Good morning, y'all. So, one more question that I want to answer, and then I'll move on. Um, why do I do what I do? Mm. I love answering that question. A good friend of mine, and again, I'm gonna shout out to people in my circle that help teach me some things that I want to teach others. Your why is super important. Again, thank you, Doug Fitzgerald. You're a good man, and I highly respect you and what you're trying to do. And so I'm going to encourage, uh, if I can be a trusted advisor to anybody, I encourage every single person to go check out the book One Shot, One Life, Doug Fitzgerald. Good friend. Um, I here's the thing. I don't know Doug very well, right? But when I took his class and I had a chance to talk to this man, and allow, uh, let's just say this: if whatever platform that we decide to use to share our stories, to share our testimonies, to hear each other. This is a white man that is a pastor. That is, again, color doesn't matter. But what I want to stress to you is a white man is able to teach a black man like myself the principles, the elements of life, and to prioritize and not worry and not get caught up um, in all these other things, right, that are going on outside of the things that I need to focus on, right? The wants, the needs, right? Those have been let's just call it my vital behaviors of the things that I need to focus on, the elements that I need to do, the wants and needs that I need to prioritize. I have started doing that for the past 4 years, maybe 3 years, 3 to 4 years. My math is always off, but um, getting up in the morning, working out, going to work, um, coming home. Either my wife makes dinner or I make dinner. Um, Supporting my kids, making sure all my college kids have the necessities that they need to have. College kids tend to go back to mom and dad's house to raid the refrigerator, right? Because they're focused on school, right? That's their priority. Um, their priority should not be having to worry about getting something to eat. Amen. Um, it's it's been a routine thing for me where I can get up at 5 a.m. in the morning like that. Um, and stay consistent with it, y'all. What I'm trying to paint is the example of my why is why do I need to do all these things? When I have a routine schedule, when I have a routine battle rhythm of things that I do every single day, and I don't change it, and it becomes consistent. Here's what happens: the trickle down effect. What happens is everything comes consistent right after that. The money is consistent. Bills are consistently paid. The kids are consistently fed, or catered to when it comes to me providing for them as a father. Um, my job, my boss expects me to do things right. When he assigns me work, I get it done right then and there. Right. I make no excuses. It's a routine thing, right? It's consistency. I want to find out when I'm at work, when I want to find out from the boss what his requirements are, what his expectations are, what my customers' requirements are, what my customers' expectations are. That's what I do, right? And I go and I learn how to step out my comfort zone consistently with, hey, how you doing? My name is Saran. I throw my hand out. Matter of fact, I throw a fist pump out, man. I don't really shake hands no more because of what happened in the pandemic, right? I want to make sure that I'm looking out for another person, not spreading germs. So we do fist pumps. I've gotten everybody to do fist pumps at work because it's just a term of endearment. Just to let you know that I respect you, you respect me, and all that type of stuff. It's just something that I call it my own swag, right? Um, I do things differently compared to what the rest of the world is doing. Some people give hugs, some people give daps, those type of things. It's the consistent swag and the behavioral things that we learn from each other. Again, white man. I got my boss, Doug Fitzgerald, white man, cool. You know what I'm saying? Doug Fitzgerald, white man, cool. And so what I get spun up on when I see the world operating in a way that is not cool, where they've consistently gone in this other direction that I'm not understanding. There's no, how do you not have any diversity when in America? You know what I'm saying? Or people that don't want diversity. I don't really get that. I like Chinese food, you know what I'm saying? Love it, you know. I can't see myself not having it. I can't see myself not having Mexican food. I can't see myself not having soul food. I can't see myself not having Mongolian type of food. You know, I can't see myself not going to hang out with my homies that like to go hunting for hog. You know, being in a diverse cultural atmosphere is what Saran is all about. That is my why, right? My why is I want to learn the cultural differences between every individual. I want to absorb it. I want to be able to teach my children what it's like to have that, right? I want to also teach them to pay attention to the world, though. Some things are just, we know right from wrong, right? I'm not going to have here's the thing. I'm not picking on anybody that is a Donald Trump supporter, but what I'm not going to do, folks, let me just calm down. What I'm trying to say to you is I'm not going to have my children, period, whether you agree with this or not, listen to lies. I'm not having that. I'm sorry. I don't care what color they are, okay? I'm not going to have my children listen to lies. I will debunk a lie all day, every day. It is our job as parents to protect our children. It is a job of a husband to protect his wife. It's a job of all of us to just look out in the eyes of God to simply say, that smells like a lie. Let me go do my homework real quick and come back to this table and ask these questions to make sure that there's full understanding when you educating me as Doug Fitzgerald has educated me, when you have educated me as my boss has educated me at the job, when you educate me when it comes to my parents or my aunts or my cousins, I listen to everything, every single word that they say, black, white. I got some friends that are different, Asian. I listen. And so when we listen, we assess the situation. We let it, marinate a little bit. Give it, sometimes you got to look at it 4 or 5 times. You got to maybe listen to it 4 or 5 times to let it marinate, sink in, versus quickly jumping to the emotional gun of, and not finding out all the facts, man. So anyway, not to go down that path, what I'm stressing to my why is my why is very simple. I want to be consistent and focus on, as going back to Doug Fitzgerald, let me go back to the beginning. He talks about the elements of life, right? Focus on your health, focus on your faith, focus on your money, focus on the people around you, focus on your job, right? You got to prioritize those things. If things are not working out in those element areas that you're focusing on to prioritize the wants and needs of what you see for yourself in life, you got to start fixing it, right? And be very important. When I kind of mixed in the whole conversation with Donald Trump stuff, you got to make sure you understand where I'm coming from. You need to be careful who you listen to. In this platform that I'm in, my own platform, this is my business. This is how I run my shop. This is how I run my organization. I will not, and I thank you also, Roland Martin. I got to give you kudos, brother. I listen to you all the time, every day as well. I will not allow my platform either, right? This platform of getting people healthy, this platform of telling people truth of I can help with the monetary things, right? When people are struggling with paying co-payments, to go to the doctor, and they refuse to go to the doctor because they can't afford the co-payment, okay? I want folks that in this forum who are able to make money, who are have the capability of making money for themselves as they invest in their health. At the same time, Beachbody is paying them for using their product. And when they can't afford to go to a doctor to make a co-payment because the boss over here decides not to give them insurance, or this boss or this Donald Trump again, Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, same thing. When you decide to get rid of those things, you're playing with people's lives, and then they have to be forced to figure out another way. And a lot of times they don't tend to figure out the other way. They tend to say, you know what, I can't afford to do this no more. Those type of decisions, and you don't speak truth, is playing with people's lives. And that's what I'm challenging, right? I'm challenging my politicians. When I go vote, these are the questions I'm asking them. What are you planning on doing if you decide to get rid of Affordable Care Act? What do you plan on doing? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We ain't got time for you to figure it out, because this man over here has to go to the doctor. She has to go see a doctor. This person over here has to. And these are my folks, regardless if they're seniors or if they're juniors or if they're minors. Everybody is on the same boat of what we're going to do, right? My platform, my why is very simple, right? I'm going to figure out an alternative method, alternative course of action. And it has to start now, because it's an investment. You have to put money, invest money, prioritize it. Again, as I mentioned before, you have to do those things to make sure you have enough money on the bank account to where if you get sick, go to the doctor, you can afford your copay or the overall bill itself, right? And a lot of people, again, I'm stressing to you, a lot of people would rather die than have to pay a large bill, right? And I say rather die, they ain't got no choice. Let's just say that. Let me make sure my words are clear. They have no choice but to not be able to get things fixed. And as, again, if you don't catch cancer in the early stages, and you decide to wait because you can't afford the co-payment, you can't afford the premium, you can't afford to pay the bill, and it gets worse later on. Again, these type of decisions that Mr. Trump makes, right, that impact somebody's life, again, will be a long-term effect. Amen. So, yeah, that's kind of my why, on why I do this, why I get on this television, or I'm sorry, this social media, get on my platform and invite, because these are serious problems, people. All right, I love y'all.